Tropical weather, Mayan culture, more tacos than one could count, and fresh margaritas. Welcome to the Mexico vlog. We landed in Cancun and drove 2 hours to our first stop, Valladolid, only stopping for lunch at a Mayan restaurant. We reached the Airbnb, dropped our bags, and quickly made our way to the first cenote of the trip. Spiral staircase taking us underground to a semi-open cenote, the cool waters were a much-needed relief after the travel. After the cenote, it was time to head to a walking tour through the town, learning more about its history. The tour ended with a beautiful sunset, and soon it was time for dinner. Our second day started with the Mayan ruins of Igbalam, then a boat tour at Rio Lagortos, where we saw mangroves, crocodiles, flamingos, and several other birds. We went to a new cenote, walked around in the evening, and then headed for dinner. The next day we drove to UNESCO World Heritage Center, Chichen Itza, stopping at this beautiful church on our way. Our tour guide told us a lot about the Mayan culture, the way the ruins were built, their scientific precision, and their different practices. Here the guide is demonstrating how clapping his hands echoes the sound of a chirping bird. lunch, we stopped at the adorable yellow town of Izamal and ate at Kinich. Post lunch, we drove to our next destination and the capital of Yucatan, Merida. After a relaxing evening, we headed to Chichen for dinner, which has one of the largest collections of tequila in the world. Surrounded by walls stacked with tequila bottles, we had a lovely dinner and some great drinks. Hi guys, welcome to the Mexico vlog. So we're currently in Merida. We arrived yesterday afternoon, and on our way here, so we came from Valladolid to Merida. We drove here, and on our way we stopped at Itza, and we also stopped at this little town called Izamal, had lunch there, and then drove into Merida. And then the rest of the evening, it was quite chill. We just went out for dinner at this restaurant called Chichen. Today the plan is that we're going for breakfast at the market, at the food market, and then we're going for a walking tour, and then I think we're just going to take a slow afternoon, walk around the shops, explore the city, and then go out for dinner in the evening. So that's the plan. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the vlog. After a classic Mexican breakfast of tacos and coke at the market, we did a walking tour through the streets of Merida. We had a light lunch and escaped the heat by heading back to our Airbnb to spend a few hours in the pool before getting ready for dinner. Dinner at Hunik was an incredible experience. 12-course dinner, an open interactive kitchen, and the chef's spin to different local ingredients. Every single dish tasted as good as it looked. Definitely a meal to remember. A long walk around some beautiful neighborhoods, quick souvenir shopping, and some pastry and coffee for breakfast before we drove to our next stop, Tulum. quick dip in the pool, and soon it was time for dinner. We spent a lot of time walking around this lush green property, drinking margaritas in the pool overlooking the beach and sunbathing. The last stop was Cancun. Surrounded by a lot of tourists in party mode, it was a complete vibe change, but fun nonetheless. We spent our time at the pool or the beach and visited the last cenote of the trip. An impending hurricane meant staying indoors and watching movies. As the weather cleared up in the evening, we happily made our way for a final round of margaritas and our last dinner in Mexico, which, in true Cancun style, included a dinner and a show. We packed our bags the next day and headed to the airport, and that concluded an amazing one-week trip through the Yucatan Peninsula.